Before we get into this, because I'm a YouTuber, I should probably nicely ask you to subscribe to my channel. I forget to do that a lot, but here's me asking, please. Okay, on with the video. Only if you want, though. I don't care. I mean, I do care, and, I would like to have you here, but, don't force yourself to. You know what I mean? Anyway, bye. Hi, besties, and welcome back to my channel, and I am going to be doing something today that was really requested. People loved. I did a video not that long ago, I think last week, that was a completely unedited video talking about my thoughts about Gabby Hanna and the positive changes she's been showing, and I really just had to sit down and do this about Shane Dawson, and how I believe that Shane Dawson is manipulating you, manipulating me, and manipulating the YouTube community. And you know what? I've gotten backlash for my Shane videos, and I don't give a shit. Literally, I have no problem sitting in front of here and talking to you about my opinions on this, because they don't change based on your opinions of me. Hate to break it to you. And the reason I am doing this video is because I saw amazing videos by Colin Barry and Smokey Glow. They both did amazing videos talking about Shane Dawson's return and how calculated it was. And as you know, on my channel, we have been following kind of the events that have been happening with Shane and how I believe they're extremely manipulative and calculated. And there's just, I want to talk about it today, completely unedited, unfiltered, just my raw opinions, going through different things that have happened. And you know what? You can listen, you can do whatever. And really, I just want to get into it, first of all, with how Shane Dawson has addressed the public perception of him and what is currently happening, which, if you don't know, by the way, what is currently happening with Shane Dawson, it's very easy to forget what has happened and why he is in, you know, the red chair right now, because time has passed. And obviously, he's doing these manipulative tactics that are making you forget about it, whether you want to admit it or not. So, you can watch Delangelo's video on it. He did an incredible video on Shane. It has like 12 million views. If you haven't seen it by now, what is going on? The video is incredible. It shows the old content, the new content, the manipulative tactics, the stuff he's done in recent times, his involvement with Taddy, his involvement with James, just stuff that he's done to pretty much offend every single niche and community. The stuff is disgusting, and even me talking about this, I sometimes have to go back and remind myself of the content and watch Delangelo's video to realize just how bad this man is. And if you keep in mind as well, this isn't just old stuff, because even in recent times, he was attacking Taddy, you know, going on the Instagram Live. Remember that Instagram Live? Let's touch upon that. So Taddy did her breaking her silence video, which she was teasing on Twitter for quite some time, actually. She was basically implying that a video was coming, and we knew, I said it on my channel over summer, that Jeffree and Shane were probably shitting themselves because public perception would change on them, which it very obviously did. Now, immediately after she posted her video, within maybe 20 minutes, Shane Dawson goes live on Instagram. Now, keep in mind, this was after his taking accountability video. And side topic, his taking accountability video was anything but that. It was manipulative that he was serious in the thumbnail, and the title was taking accountability. And all you need to look to prove that point is that he says he only made that video because Jenna Marbles inspired him to make that video. You know, Jenna Marbles is a message video. He literally said that the reason he was making this video was because Jenna Marbles inspired him. So not the content being resurfaced, the people saying how it hurt and affected they've been, or how normalized his behavior was onto them from a very young age because he was their role model. None of that was the reason that he wanted to address this and take it seriously. It was because Jenna Marbles did it. And he saw the public admiration of Jenna Marbles and how the reception of her one was just so good. So he thought if he did it, the same would be to him. Nope. So many dislikes, comments were getting filtered to the point where both got disabled. And so the video now you just can't express your opinion on. Which is ironic because he avoided so much in that video that he almost knew people were going to do that. And I don't know what his methods in actually making that video were because it was so bad. Anyways, so he made that video and people were not on board with it. But even his fans were defending him, saying he's done the video, he's taken accountability, he's a changed person. Now, days later, Shane Dawson basically did a big fuck you to his fans because he went on Instagram Live, screaming at his phone, basically just with how angry he was, and screaming at the TV, by the way, which Taddy Westbrook's video was playing in, that he was so angry at how manipulative he was, or she was, sorry, Taddy. And this was a genuine moment from this man. He was pacing around his living room being like, oh my god, she is so fucking, I'm not gonna speak bad about anyone, but she is so, like, he was so beyond furious in this video. And this was the man who told us days prior that he was a changed person, that he was a better person now, and that, you know, he's taking all this seriously, and he's looking at the feedback he's getting. So this was that same man, right, who was sitting down basically being like, I understand, like, what I've done is wrong, and I will be taking accountability, and I need to be a better person. Days later, like, fuck that, she is so manipulative, and whenever she said about her experiences being assaulted, and, you know, going further than that, he rolled his eyes at her for telling her story, like, literally, like that, like, like, belittling her story. So there was that, so, which basically, again, like I said, big F you to the fans, and since that, Ryland Adams got involved. Remember Ryland on that day tweeted, don't try me? Big typo. It was really funny in the moment. He basically said, don't try me and whatever like this. And Taddy needed Shane for the sales of the product. So again, belittling the woman in the situation. And I have no problem saying that. You can disagree with me saying that, but I 100% believe it was. They were just jumping on her after she made this video, whenever they had already ran with the money they made, exposing her Bye Sister video, which she said, and allegedly, Shane was completely involved with, not only feeding her stories, but wanting to edit the thumbnail and title. And didn't she also say that Shane wanted to go over to her house on the day she posted the Bye Sister video to film her? This is not someone who cares about the individual person. And don't get me started on this narrative that we all believed, including myself, that Shane is an empath. If you have to fucking tell us you're an empath, you're not an empath, babe. And not the narrative as well, that he cares about everyone. He wants to give everyone a chance. You were doing that, Shane, because you were trying to deflect away from that was you. You are the person who needs help. You're the person who needs to address things. You're the person who needs to explain and take accountability. Just titling your fucking video taking accountability doesn't mean you actually did. So from that, after Ryland and all doing that, Shane went on a bit of a, break, which was seemingly for the best, and we all hoped that within that time, he was going to focus on himself, come back if he wanted to. A lot of people believe that was him. He wasn't going to. Remember, YouTube suspended monetization on his channel. People were like, that was the right move. But then people were like, YouTube allowed all this content for years upon years. So you can have your opinion on that. But if you think about it, Shane didn't take a long break whatsoever. And you're like, yeah, he did. No, he literally didn't. He started being shown again in Ryland's videos. And you may have your opinion. Their fiance, of course he's going to be in the videos. Ryland was able to do videos without Shane for the longest time, while being in the same house with Shane. So why was it important to include Shane in them now? I know. What's the answer, Adam? Because Shane was able to come back and be in a place where his fans could see him and experience content of him without having to be on his YouTube channel. Because you know why? The second Shane posts anything on his YouTube channel now, people are going to remember what happened and unsubscribe from him. We see it with Blair White right now. Remember, Blair White is in a huge controversy. Anytime she uploads, she loses literally hundreds of subscribers. It's going to be the same domino effect. And Shane knows that. So if he can go to a place where he still gets the money, frankly, Ryland, him, one household income, if he can post videos there, like be seen on them, or edit them or whatever, his fans know where to go to see Shane. That's not Shane's channel where it's going to get all the backlash. Now, don't get me wrong, Ryland is still getting backlash and deleting comments and filtering comments, whatever like that, that are against Shane and being like, we're not ready for this, and come back whenever you're going to take accountability or explain things, Shane. Like, that is a complete situation that's going on right now. And so, Shane initially was kind of featured in the background of Ryland's videos whenever he was on a social media break, remember? Okay? Then, he started being shown in the videos. Now, shown in the videos, whatever. Keep in mind, this man has not been seen on the internet for like 2 months now. Has not so much against him right now. And the first thing he does when he's shown in Ryland's videos is, oh, my haircut. Is that your biggest priority, Shane? Was that your biggest? And that shows where his priorities lied for me. That showed that he wasn't taking it seriously. And it was, oh, my hair. Oh my God, I haven't been on camera in so long. Like fixing his hair, but that showed, in my opinion, that he wasn't taking it seriously. And now, fast forward to his podcast that he was with on Ryland, The Sip, where he was addressing the loss of their cat. He basically referred to what is happening with him right now. Not even talking about what they addressed on the podcast. He said that the drama was stupid internet stuff. Now, the terminology is so important here. He is saying that all of the stuff that resurfaced, that he didn't take accountability, didn't apologize to the Smith family, remember that? No. Stupid internet stuff. Oh, this stupid internet stuff. And the terminology really shows where his opinion is in this, and the fact that Ryland didn't call him up on it shows where that is as well. Now, again, Ryland seeks all the money benefits from Shane, so of course he's not going to speak up. He never did. We can't expect him to. No problem saying that. People called me out for that. Oh my god, you're implying Ryland's a gold digger. Okay, moving on. Like, what do you want me to say? Right? Fine. Like, what's your opinion of it, babe? Okay? So, you have that. And then, Shane Dawson has been, at like the start of every month, which I kind of called out, he has been doing little droplet things on his Instagram story that have been like, oh, his fans, like, oh my god, he's coming back. And every month, there's a little bit more. Remember, he broke his literal silence on his Instagram page to congratulate and kind of push his audience to go watch Ryland's new podcast. And did a very manipulative tactic that Ryland has been working for this his entire life. Ryland didn't want me coming back, but you know what? I care too much. Like, go. I thought that was extremely manipulative. People don't. I do. In the moment, called that out. People watched the podcast hoping for Shane stuff. I said back then, Shane is going to be on the podcast. You know what happened? Shane was on the podcast not that long later. All calculated, in my opinion. And so, after that, then he started posting more and more things on his story. And now, Shane, at the same time as, like, you know, using coming back to his story to talk about other people, like his fiancé, fine, okay? You can do what you want. But at the end of it, he was always like, I will be coming back soon. I will be coming back soon. I'll see you guys later. And never like, I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to whatever. You know what I mean? Never this. It's always, you know, I'll come back when I'm ready. When I'm ready. It's like, okay, what do you want me to do about that? Like, why is it when you're ready and not when the people you've upset and hurt and triggered are ready? Always about him. So anyway, that's what people said about Jeffrey. Always the victim mentality, right? So moving on from that, all these stories about other things, but then will always be brought back to him that I will be coming back soon. You know what I mean? I will be coming back soon. I will. So again, giving the fans something to look forward to and always, you know, defend him because he's coming back. Ah! So moving on from that, he went on Ryland's podcast, right? I've already said my opinions and made my opinions very clear on that. They basically have, you know, the cat story. They lost their cat. I'm not going to dwell on it any longer. And Shane was going on that and saying that the cat was his soulmate and, you know, the stupid internet stuff doesn't matter to him and he just needs to talk about this cat. And so, right? It was a cat that they just got the week prior and they left it unattended with their big dogs. And you can film, you know, fill in the narrative from there. Quite disgusting. So there was that. And I'm not going to get into whether I believe that was manipulative or whatever. People have their opinions on that. I'm not going to touch on that. Like I said in my initial video about that, I don't want to touch on that. I would like to think that no human would ever go to that. So let's not, right? Let's not. So from that, Shane Dawson has now since done just more manipulative things, right? So, a couple days ago he posted, and it was a video of him doing a Christmas song from like 2008 or something like that. And he was like, while I don't agree with everything I said in this, like this song really gets me through the holidays. Now keep in mind, whenever you go to watch the clip, it's featuring the like problematic creators, you know, that he created within himself. You remember he has like the sub like problematic people within himself that he created on his own channel? Like all the Shanae characters and just really racist problematic creators that he created within one creator, himself, Shane Dawson. They were all featured in it, and there was really problematic stuff in that song, which was so weird that he was promoting this song. But hey, since all of his fucking content is problematic, it's probably hard to choose something that isn't, right? So anyway, he promoted that, which was an issue in itself, and then, okay, goes on to say that he was sent, you know, positive things by Ryland. Because the next day he posted one of his fans dancing to this song in a story and was like, Ryland is always sending me stuff when you guys are, you know, doing positive things and I like seeing them or whatever. And as Smokey Glow says, leads the fans to believe that, oh, if they start doing, you know, more positive things about Shane on TikTok, on Twitter and Instagram, Ryland's gonna see it and then Shane's gonna see it and repost it. Again, a manipulative tactic that Shane isn't gonna repost everything they do, but they have hopes because they're really young people. They're like, come on. They're so young, these Shane Dawson fans. They believe that he's going to see it, so they're just going to flood everything with positive things about Shane Dawson. Slowly, again, just filling this narrative of Shane to be more positive online because they want to get noticed by him so bad, and they're not going to get noticed by him. But you know what? They're still filling it up so that when Shane comes back, oh, but there's already such a positive, atmosphere around him on social media because his fans are longing for Rylan to send Shane some positive stuff because he reposted someone else being positive. Again, manipulative. These young kids, like, oh, if you post positive stuff about Shane, he's gonna see it. And come on. Fucking manipulative. And then goes on to release merch throughout all of this, by the way. Even in summer, he was dropping new collections, summer collection, restock, sending out emails, not tweets, not anything. Emails to all of his email fan clubs or whatever. New merch up now. Again, highlighting using the drama for more attention to get sales, because that's all it's about for these people. But he did something a couple days ago that just fucking... For Black Friday, he posted that he now has sales on. And he was like, I don't really care about sales and I don't care about selling stuff, whatever, but I know that there's people out there that really care about, sales and bargains, guys. I know that there's people out there that really care about, getting discounted stuff. And I mean, I'm not telling you to buy it. It's not up to me whether you buy it or whatever, but I know people like that kind of stuff, so it's out there if you want. And the sales are out there if you want. That is manipulative. He's pretending that he doesn't care about the fact he has new stuff in stock. He has new restocks. But, I mean, only get it if you want. I mean, there's discounts. I know people are really into that. That was literally the narrative he pushed. That is manipulative to these young kids who are so impressionable that are like, oh, I feel bad for him. I want to buy it. That is the mentality. That at the end of the day, this is what we're dealing with. Months after, he's still not taking it seriously. So when he comes back, which is inevitable, I believe it's going to be probably like Christmas time, he's going to post like a wholesome ass video or the new year, whatever. How are we expected to take him seriously whenever he hasn't been taking it seriously since? Keep in mind, he's referring to all this stupid internet drama. So not only did he do that with like the new products available, he then posted that he now has slime available. Okay? Shane Dawson slime available now. Posted about it for people to buy and was like, again, like, if you want to buy it, it's there. I mean, you don't have to buy it, but I'm really passionate about it. I'm really happy about this slime. Like, you can get it if you want. Like, just if you want, though. Like, you don't have to have this. You don't need, you know what I mean? Like, you don't... That's manipulative. Are you telling me that this man now has a new product for the first time in stock and it's like, only if you want to buy it, guys. Only if you want it. Like, you don't need it. But I would really like for you to experience it. I love it. Guys. This is not a man you can baby. This is like a 30-something-year-old man. Give it up. Oh my god. Like, at this stage, I would say this about any creator. This is ridiculous. And so, Smokey Glow again made a really good comparison that what Shane is doing is a way bigger scale of what Tana did. Remember Tana got called out for her racist, microaggressive, problematic behavior, and she spent like 5-6 months basically saying that she was working on herself, but within the time she was working on herself, she was seen partying every single day. That's basically what Shane has done. You know, he's going away, but he's like, oh, new product available, only if you want it. Restock available, only if you want it. Guys, I miss you. I'll be back so soon. You can go to Ryland's channel to watch me, which is literally what he did as well. It's so manipulative, so calculated, so thought out. And you know what? Compliment to him. He is so smart. Shane, you are so smart. Your PR team, so smart. I don't even know if you have a PR team. Your management, whatever. Oh, well, I do know you have one. So smart, because what you're doing right now is, again, trying to get people to baby you and feel bad for you and be like, oh, I really want to support him and buy his product. You know, he's had a really rough year. Remember he did them? I've had a really rough year, guys. All these Instagram stories. You've had a rough year? And then he's like, my products are available, though, if you want it. That is manipulative. The people we're dealing with here are like 10 to like 15-year-olds who are using their daddy's credit card, their mommy's credit card. But Shane really just, he's had a really rough year, Mom, and he doesn't want me to buy it, so I really want to buy it, though, to support him. This is what we're dealing with, and this is why it's manipulative, and this is why I have no problem calling this out, no matter how much backlash I get, no matter how many videos I get against me, because at the end of the day, this is people's hard-earned money that is just being thrown away based on the manipulative tactics about this man who is trying to push products to his audience without addressing his upset ex-audience, or audience that are still there. This man prioritizes making money off of trying to make things right. I'm going to tell you now, People, including me, will get off this man's ass once he takes this seriously. He can't really take accountability at this rate because he's shown time and time again he does not give a flying fuck. But you know what he can do? Explain it. Tell us why, and even going on further now to why he was doing all these manipulative tactics. Why were you still pushing products? Why were you still releasing new shit? Why were you all of this bullshit he now has to add on to all that previous stuff? Shane, why haven't you addressed Delangelo's 12 million viewed video? And I think it's very clear what side YouTube and, you know, all the, like, community's taking, considering that Delangelo is nominated for a commentary award at the Streamies, which he very much so deserves to win. Is Shane nominated for a Streamy? No. 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 I get it. Shane Dawson will be back very soon. It's inevitable. And he's pushing for it to be sooner and sooner and sooner by the looks of it. But how are we expected to obviously eat up a documentary that he makes about himself because he gets all these drama people out of drama? Tana got her clear to the TanaCon. Jake Paul got him cleared of being a bad person by these shitty documentary vlogs. He's gonna do it to himself. And it's like, he can show as much growth as he wants in these documentaries, but at a certain stage, you have to look at his recent behavior as well and be like, this doesn't align. Literally doesn't align. So how are we supposed to eat it up? Are you going to be eating it up? Because I look at it and I'm like, if you took this seriously, you wouldn't. And again, I want you to... He pushed an old problematic video of him on his story a couple days ago. And was like, I know I said some things in this I don't agree with, but it just means so much to me. Does all the other problematic, disgusting stuff still mean so much to you? Is that why you haven't apologized or taken any sort of accountability for that? This man made a video taking accountability because Jenna Marbles made one. I said it back in summer. That was an issue and no one took that serious. No one raised as big an issue of that what it should have been. She did it. It was received well. I'm gonna do it. Now, I agree. There is so much for Shane Dawson to cover in an explanation video, but you know what? He's had months upon months upon months to do so. Has he chosen to? Not from the looks of it. But you know what, guys? If you want to buy his products, if you want to buy his slime, I mean, he doesn't need you to. Like, he doesn't need you to. I don't want you to, but only if you want. I love it so much. At least Jeffree is so, like, straight to the point. He's like, yeah, sale now. He doesn't use this bullshit of, not if you don't want it, like, only if you want it. Jeffree, like, at least he's ballsy enough to be like, sale, whatever. Jeffree even went as far as making his apology video. It was shit, doing what's right, didn't do what's right at all, but he did that so he could release a new, Ogre, remember the orgy, palette. Shane can't even do that. So it's going to be very interesting, the reception of whatever he does next. That's more than an Instagram story or releasing products. Like an actual YouTube video. And I'm like, how does he want people to respond to it? You know what I mean? Because he teases the content before he does it. Like, is he going to release a trailer basically being like, oh, I'm a better person now. And people are supposed to like be like, oh, I'm so excited for this 20-part series. No growth has been shown up until now, even in recent behavior, and based on recent behavior. So how are we supposed to take him seriously? Because he would need to start working on himself real quick if he wants to get them fucking 10-part series up, you know what I mean? But you can have your opinion. I want to hear what your opinion is. We can talk about it below. Again, I just think it's very manipulative, very calculated, and very clever. Him and his team are very clever. Pushing him in Ryland's videos to see the reception on Ryland's videos, Ryland's getting the views and money from it, and he doesn't have to do it on his own channel, then he knows when to, like, come back. Very clever. Morally, is it right? No, but very clever from a business point of view. Using Shane in the thumbnail? Yeah, very clever. But again, if you're not willing to properly address the things that people are upset about, why bother come back? Why bother? Even morally. At this stage, Shane, you've had, like, what, like 6 months to think of what you're gonna say, it better be good. But again, this man is very good at manipulating. He did with his other series, so I'm sure it's gonna be great. And that's a compliment, Shane. So we'll see, right? I'll see you in my next one. I hope you're having a good one. Let me know what you think about these unedited, just sit down videos. Again, I make mistakes throughout them, like going over my words, whatever, but it's nice just sitting having a conversation, and it's as if someone's just sitting here with me, no matter how many views this gets. Like, it's just like a one-on-one experience, you know what I mean? So we'll see. And thanks for watching, and bye.